Spring training is here. The Dodgers and the Padres pitchers have already reported. Rangers report, Wednesday? It's Monday as I film this, and we've got free agents to talk about. Let's talk about pitchers who are available and who I think the Rangers should sign next here on the Texas Rangers Clubhouse. Hey there, my name's Jeff Bates of the Texas Rangers Clubhouse, where we talk about the Texas Rangers, all of Major League Baseball, really. Sometimes we'll talk about college baseball. Sometimes we're going to talk about free agents, and today we're doing exactly that. Maybe tomorrow I'll do the hitters. Today we're doing the pitchers. The pitchers who are at the top of the free agent market who haven't been signed yet, who I think the Rangers should get, what I would do, and where I think some of them will sign. Let's get to it. The four big ones are all Scott Boras clients. The big four are Snell, Montgomery, Bellinger, or Chapman. Two of those are hitters, obviously. Why haven't they signed? Well, those four haven't signed because Scott Boras is their freaking agent. He likes to wait till the end. He likes to let the market get set and then go get some more. And it kind of makes sense. These are four of the top 6 or 7, depending on who ranked them, of the free agents who were available this offseason. Where does Chapman end up? Where does Bellinger end up? Well, maybe I'll do that video tomorrow, but we're talking about the pitchers today. Blake Snell, 2 Cy Young Awards, including last year in San Diego. Would I love him to be on my team? Yeah, he's great, but I don't think it makes sense. You need to have either a really, really good deep bullpen and or a commitment to a really good deep bullpen if you're going to have Blake Snell on your team. He's not going 8 innings. He's not. He's certainly not going 9 innings. He's probably not even going 7, but he's pitching really, 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 really well. He strikes out a lot of people, throws a lot of pitches, is filthy. Love his personality, would love him on the Rangers. Do I think it makes sense? I do not. Do I hear anything about it? No, I do not. Let me tell you my philosophy on starting pitching free agents. So before we go anywhere, don't sign them to long-term contracts. Okay. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I signed up for my first season ticket package ever last year, the very day the Texas Rangers signed Jacob deGrom. But I think he's an outlier. I do not think Blake Snell's long-term contract, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, 25, 30, 32 million a year. I don't think it makes any sense for anybody. Therefore, I don't think the Rangers should sign him in. I don't hear that they're in on it. Where do I think he ends up? Seattle. Maybe the Padres sneak back in and get him. Maybe the Giants get him. Anaheim's been talked about. St. Louis has been talked about. I think he ends up in Seattle, but I don't think the Rangers are going to get him, and I wouldn't sign him. This brings us to the next two I'm going to lose subscribers over. I'm quite positive people are going to get mad about my next 2 takes. Let's start with Jordan Montgomery. Let me start here. I want Jordan Montgomery. I love Jordan Montgomery. Do we need Jordan Montgomery? I mean, now we do. But would I sign him to a long-term $30 million 4 or 5 or 6 year contract? No, I would not. Now, if he signs here in Texas, which he might, I will celebrate. I'll go hug my wife. I'll high-five you guys. I'll be excited. I will root for him when he's here. But I do not believe he will earn a big, long 4, 5, 6 year, 25, 30, 35 $1 million a year contract. I think he's the 3rd best pitcher available currently, starting pitcher. I loved him. I do love him. I want him, but I would not sign him to a big, fat Scott Boras, big, huge contract. I just wouldn't. Where do I think he's going to sign? I think he's going to go to Boston. Maybe he ends up in Chicago, or maybe here. We're probably the 3rd favorite. Although I'm hearing a lot of things about we're not even in on it. I don't believe any of those things. Do I want him? Yes. Would I sign him? No. Are you mad at me? Probably. Let me know in the comments. This next one, some of you are going to unsubscribe to me. I'm okay with it. I want you to stay. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I'm a Trevor Bauer fan. Unabashedly. I was before all the stuff hit the fan. I was a fan of him. Is he a mental midget? I mean, no. But he's an idiot. But he was an idiot, and he might be an idiot in the future. But not for why you think. He cut his finger on a drone. That was stupid. He, he fired a ball over center field when the coach was coming out to replace him. Terry Francona would not tell me to sign him. Okay, he's done some really stupid things. But he didn't do what she accused him of doing. Now, that's a whole nother video that I'm probably never going to make. You can go do your research. I find that people who've done their research understand that he was railroaded. Those people who don't want to do the research and just have an opinion and want to fight, I just really don't have time to argue with dumb. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings and you're mad at me. Have a nice life. Trevor Bauer is getting screwed. Trevor Bauer is awesome. I also see on Twitter that he didn't have a good year last year. That's news to me and the actual people who paid attention. Top 20 in wins, innings, and strikeouts in Japan. A lot higher in some of those. He had a good year, okay? he won a Cy Young Award, in 2019, I think, the pandemic year. That's not that long ago. Of the best pitchers available, he's number 2, people. After Snell, it's him. Does that make you mad? I don't really care. I'm an unapologetic fan of his. I am. I was, I am, and I will be wherever he goes. I would love him to sign here. If he signed in Texas, I would get a jersey that day, and I would wear it and get flipped off by people. I'm a fan. I think he deserves a chance, and I want to hear from you. If you unsubscribe, at least put a comment in there. Unsubscribe, you big jerk. But I think the reason to hate him is politics, and I don't know how he votes, and I don't care how he votes. Do you? It makes no sense to me. I followed the story very closely, and he got screwed. He got screwed. And if you want to have a big long conversation in the comments, I'm happy to do it. Do your own research. Read what she said. Read what the judges said. Read what her friends have said. Read what he says. It's pretty clear what's going on here. You got to put your head in the sand and just hold to your. I had this opinion 3 years ago, and I'm gonna have to stick with it because it's just dumb. Anyway, do I want him to be a Ranger? I do. Because I think he's the second best pitcher available, and you're going to get him for way less it's going to cost for Snell or Monty. It just makes sense. I'd sign him to a multi-year deal with the caveat that we can get rid of you if you're a putz. And by the way, in the domestic, everybody will say, well, there's these other cases out there. If he's charged with DV, domestic violence, he's gone. So there's no risk. It makes no sense to me. He's got to pitch somewhere, right? What say you? Where do you think he ends up? I think it makes a lot of sense. I hope he comes here. Hyun-jin Ryu, I actually picked him as a dark horse to win the Cy Young Award last year. Didn't work out. He got hurt. I love this guy. He is good. He's filthy. Has he lost it? I don't think he has. I'm not a scout. I don't get to watch him. I don't have the medicals. But if he's healthy, Hyun-jin Ryu, I would love to have him. I'd sign him to a multi-year deal, and I'd be very, very happy. Michael Lorenzen. Okay, this is a weird one. I really, really would like him. He's been a good starter. He's been a good reliever. Here's the thing. He got picked up last year. He threw a no-hitter. I think it's first start for his new team. But then 5-6 weeks later, he was already in the bullpen. He had lost it. So this guy is really hot, really cold. He can actually hit too. I really like him. I would love him to be here, but he's probably not. He's probably our 7th or 8th starter. It might make more sense to have Brock Porter or Cole Winn or Jack Leiter get those starts. But I still would be happy if we got him. Mike Clevinger, I wouldn't sign him. I like him. I think he's going to sign in Boston. I think he's really good, and he could make sense, and he could end up here. He's actually been buddies with Bauer, was there in San Diego when Bauer was in LA, and they're good friends. And there's that whole thing. But I just think I would let him go somewhere else, but I wouldn't be sad if he got here. And then Syndergaard, we got to talk about. I guess he had a workout the other day with 93 to 95 miles per hour. Last year with the Dodgers, he was like 90 to 92. Looked like he lost a lot. Apparently, he's looking a lot better. I would let him go. He looks like he's lost his stuff, like Clevinger, in my opinion. One more name to talk about, Brandon Woodruff. He won't be pitching this year, but he's really, really good. Top 20 pitcher in all of baseball, maybe top 10. I would love him to be on our team this year, but he won't be on our team this year. Even if we sign him, he's going to be a next year thing. So somebody will sign him for this year. Next, most likely, relievers. Would I sign another one? Liam Hendricks in the same kind of thing. I don't think he pitches this year. I love him. Hilarious guy. Great story. Filthy pitcher. Getting a little older. Won't be pitching this year. You'd have to sign him for this year and next year. I wouldn't mind doing it, but because it's not my money. Starting pitchers, Snell, Monty, Bauer, and I think it drops from there, then Ryu, then it drops again to Lorenzen, and then it drops again to Clevinger and Syndergaard. I like Syndergaard. No, I would like Lorenzen. I would really like Ryu. I would love Bauer. Monty and Snell would make me happy, but I think they're going to get paid too much. That's my opinion on the starting pitchers. Did I lose you? Are you mad at me for my Monty take? Are you mad at me for my Bauer take? Or do you agree with me? Let me know what you think in the comments. Who do you want the Rangers to say? Derek Holland, who's one of my favorite pitchers of all time, my favorite Ranger pitcher of all time, hilarious guy, great guy. He actually put out a video today, and he kind of says the same thing as me.
And I would love to see the Rangers go get maybe Monty. That would be a good start. He did a lot for you guys already. Let's bring him back home. If not, hey, Blake Snell's out there, Cy Young winner. Let's get somebody to that rotation, help out. It's a good squad. Let's make them even better. And then you got a guy that could be a low-risk, high-reward. Why not take a shot on Trevor Bauer? All right? He shows what he's capable of. You've seen it already. The dude's been lights out. He's a great pitcher. Why not take the risk?
Snell, Monty, Bauer, where do you think they end up? What say you? Do you want them to be on the Rangers? Is it worth the money? Is it worth the PR? Let me know what you think. Go Rangers. See you on the next one. Bye for now. So let me know, who do you want? Do you think we have enough now? Would you sign Bauer? Would you sign Monty? Would you go sign Snell? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of what Dutch said. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you follow Dutch over on Twitter and click one of those videos to stay on my channel. And as always, go Rangers.